Catholic Mobilizing Network works to end the use of the death penalty and promotes restorative justice. Let the Church always be a place of mercy and hope.
My name is Dale Recinella, and I am a lay Catholic chaplain on Florida's death row for the Catholic Church in Florida. We are looking today at how the Church has developed consistently the teaching on capital punishment, with the current language in the Catechism being a very natural development that is consistent with tradition and is not a reversal of that tradition. We have seen in prior entries that Cardinal Ratzinger spoke about this language in 1997 and pointed out that Catholic teaching develops by building on past affirmations rather than by overturning them. How might one look at this language in the Catechism concerning the death penalty as building upon past affirmations rather than overturning them? Throughout our Catholic history and tradition on this issue of the death penalty, we consistently have looked at two aspects, two sides of a formula. On one hand, the Church has addressed the role of government in preserving the common good. And on the other hand, the Church has looked at the role of faith in dealing with forgiveness, rehabilitation, and the human dignity of the offender's life. An excellent example is to look at the Catechism language from the Roman Catechism of the Council of Trent in 1566. In the section dealing with the fifth commandment, thou shalt not kill, this 16th century catechism says very clearly that it is lawful for civil authorities to take life, and it is entrusted in the civil authorities to have power of life and death, through which they punish the guilty and protect the innocent. And I'm paraphrasing. It does go on, however, to point out that while the use of this power of life and death by civil authorities does not involve murder, because it is an act of obedience to the fifth commandment, which prohibits murder, this is only true because the purpose, the end of the commandment, is the preservation and security of human life. In other words, even in the 1500s, in this 16th century catechism, the Church is making it clear that the purpose of government exercising this power is to preserve and secure human life. The new language in the Catechism does not overturn this. But the Catechism of the Council of Trent goes further. In that same section, it goes on to say, quote, but the most important duty of all is to pardon and forgive from the hearts the injuries which we may have received from others. And then in the very next paragraph says, quote, as the desire for revenge is almost natural to man, it becomes necessary for the pastor to exert his utmost diligence not only to instruct, but also earnestly to persuade the faithful that a Christian should forgive and forget injuries. And as this is a duty frequently inculcated by the sacred writers, he should consult them on the subject in order to be able to subdue the obstinance of those whose minds are bent on revenge. And he should have ready the forcible and appropriate arguments which those fathers piously employed. Close quote. These are incredibly potent words, especially given the context at that time of the brutal anti-Catholic realities of the Reformation being waged against the Church and its members at the time this was written.
We believe in the dignity of all life. Catholic Mobilizing Network, to end the use of the death penalty and promote restorative justice.